Good morning, my friends, or should I say, be careful this morning. Did you know that the risk of heart attacks is actually highest in the early hours after waking up? Yes, something as simple as what you do in the first 30 seconds of your day could put extra stress on your heart, especially after 60. But don't worry. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what mistake to avoid and what to do instead to protect your heart and start your day safely. Remember, it's not about making big, complicated changes. It's about small, mindful choices every single day. Your body has carried you through decades of life. Now it deserves a little extra care, a little extra patience. You are not just adding years to your life, you are adding life to your years. Now let's take a deeper look at why mornings can be a particularly sensitive time for your heart, especially as we get older. When you're asleep, your body is in a calm, restorative state. Your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure drops, and your entire system is essentially in repair mode. This is one of the reasons sleep is so important. It gives your heart a chance to rest after working all day. But the moment you wake up, everything begins to change, and it happens faster than most people realize. Your body releases certain natural hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to help you feel alert and ready to start the day. Now, these hormones are not bad, in fact, they're necessary. They help you get out of bed, focus your mind, and move your body. However, they also cause your blood pressure to rise and your heart to start beating more quickly. At the same time, your blood becomes slightly thicker in the early morning hours. This is a natural process, but it means your heart has to work a little harder to pump that blood through your body. Now, when you combine all of these changes, a rise in blood pressure, a faster heart rate, and thicker blood, you create a moment where your cardiovascular system is under more strain than usual. For someone in their 20s or 30s, the body adjusts quickly and efficiently. The blood vessels are more flexible, the heart responds faster, and the system balances itself without much effort. But after 60, things are a bit different, and that's completely natural. Our blood vessels may not be as elastic as they once were. The heart may take a little longer to respond to sudden changes. Circulation might not be quite as smooth as it used to be. And because of that, this early morning transition becomes a more delicate period. This is why studies have consistently shown that heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular events are more likely to occur in the morning hours, particularly within the first few hours after waking. It's not something to be afraid of, but it is something to be aware of. Think of your body like an engine on a cold morning. If you start it and immediately press hard on the accelerator, you're putting unnecessary stress on the system. But if you let it warm up gently, everything runs more smoothly. Your heart works the same way. Another important factor to consider is hydration. During the night, your body goes several hours without water. By the time you wake up, you may be slightly dehydrated, even if you don't feel thirsty. This can make your blood a bit more concentrated, which again adds to the workload on your heart. Even your breathing pattern changes. When you wake up suddenly, especially with an alarm or a jolt, your breathing can become shallow or rapid for a moment. This can further contribute to that feeling of pressure or unease in the chest that some people experience in the morning. Now, none of this means that mornings are dangerous by default. It simply means that mornings are a time when your body needs a little more care, a little more patience, and a little more awareness. And here's the reassuring part: you don't need to make dramatic changes to protect yourself. Small, gentle adjustments can make a meaningful difference. Something as simple as allowing your body a few extra seconds to transition from sleep to wakefulness can help stabilize your blood pressure. Taking a slow, deep breath before moving can help calm your nervous system. Becoming aware of how your body feels in those first moments of the day can help you respond more thoughtfully rather than react automatically. I often tell my patients, your morning is not a race. There is no prize for getting out of bed the fastest. Instead, think of it as a quiet conversation with your body. Ask yourself, how do I feel today? Give your heart a moment to find its rhythm. Allow your circulation to catch up. Because when you respect this transition, you're not just protecting your heart, you're setting the tone for your entire day. You may notice you feel more balanced, more steady on your feet, and even more mentally clear. These small moments of awareness can ripple into better choices throughout the day: healthier eating, calmer thinking, and more mindful movement. And over time, these simple habits build a stronger, more resilient you. So as you wake up tomorrow, remember this: your body has just come out of a state of deep rest, and it deserves a gentle return to motion. Now let's talk about the mistake that so many people make without even realizing it, and it often happens within seconds of waking up. You open your eyes, and almost automatically you sit up quickly, swing your legs off the bed, and stand up. It feels harmless. It feels normal. In fact, you may have been doing it your entire life. But here's the truth: this sudden movement can place an unexpected amount of stress on your heart, especially in the morning when your body is still adjusting. When you move from lying down to standing up too quickly, gravity suddenly pulls blood toward your lower body. Your heart and blood vessels have to react immediately to push that blood back up toward your brain. In a younger body, this adjustment happens almost instantly. The blood vessels tighten, the heart responds quickly, and everything stays balanced. But as we get older, that response can slow down just a bit. The blood vessels may not tighten as efficiently, and the communication between the heart and the brain may take a moment longer. And in that brief moment, your blood pressure can drop suddenly or sometimes spike unpredictably. This is why some people feel lightheaded, dizzy, or even slightly unsteady when they stand up too fast in the morning. You might have felt that yourself at some point, that quick wave of dizziness or the need to hold on to something for balance. It's your body's way of saying, give me a second. I'm not quite ready yet. Now, for many people, this passes quickly and doesn't lead to anything serious. But for others, especially those with high blood pressure, heart conditions, or circulation issues, it can be more concerning. That sudden shift can put extra strain on the heart, and in some cases, it can contribute to more serious events. There's also another layer to this that often gets overlooked. When you jump out of bed quickly, you're not just affecting your circulation, you're also activating your nervous system in a very abrupt way. Your body goes from a calm, resting state straight into action mode. Your heart rate increases suddenly. Your breathing may become quicker. Your muscles tense up slightly. It's almost like flipping a switch instead of turning a dial. And your heart prefers a dial. It prefers gradual changes, smooth transitions, and steady rhythms. Think about how you would approach exercise. You wouldn't go from complete stillness to sprinting at full speed without warming up first. That would feel uncomfortable, maybe even risky. Yet, in a way, that's exactly what happens when you leap out of bed without giving your body time to adjust. And here's something else to consider: balance and stability. In the morning, your body is still waking up. Your coordination may not be at its best in those first few moments. Your muscles are a bit stiff, your joints may need a second to loosen, and your awareness of your surroundings isn't fully sharp yet. Standing up too quickly in that state increases the risk of losing your balance or misstepping, which can lead to falls. And as we know, falls can have serious consequences, particularly after 60. So this one small habit, something that takes less than a minute to change, can actually protect you in multiple ways. It supports your heart, your circulation, and your physical safety. Now, I'm not asking you to completely change your routine or make things complicated. In fact, the solution is beautifully simple. It starts with awareness. The next time you wake up, notice that first instinct to move quickly. Instead of following it automatically, pause for just a moment. Let your body catch up with your mind. Feel the bed beneath you. Take a slow breath. Allow your heart to settle into a steady rhythm before you begin to move. Then when you do sit up, do it gently. Give yourself a second to adjust. And when you stand, do so with intention, not urgency. This isn't about slowing down your life. It's about moving with care and respect for your body. And I often remind people, especially in this stage of life, that your body communicates with you in subtle ways. A little dizziness, a brief moment of imbalance, a slight heaviness, these are not inconveniences to ignore. They are signals to listen to. By responding to those signals, you're working with your body, not against it. And over time, these small mindful choices build a sense of confidence. You feel more stable, more in control, and more connected to how your body moves and responds. So instead of rushing into your day, you ease into it. Instead of reacting automatically, you move intentionally. And that simple shift from rushing to respecting your body's rhythm can make a profound difference in how your heart feels and how your day begins. Because sometimes the smallest habits are the ones that protect us the most. Now that we understand why mornings can be a sensitive time and how sudden movements can strain the heart, let's shift into something very practical, what you can do instead. And the good news is, this isn't complicated, time-consuming, or overwhelming. In fact, it takes less than 2 minutes, but it can make a meaningful difference in how your heart and body handle the transition from sleep to waking. When you first open your eyes in the morning, resist the urge to move immediately. I know that instinct is strong. You may be thinking about your routine, your responsibilities, or simply wanting to get on with your day. But this is the moment where a small pause becomes powerful. Just lie there for about 20 to 30 seconds. Let your body become aware that it's awake. Feel your breathing. Notice the stillness. This short pause allows your heart rate and blood pressure to begin adjusting gently, instead of being forced into sudden change. Then begin with very small movements. Wiggle your fingers. Move your toes. Rotate your wrists or ankles slightly. These gentle motions help stimulate circulation in a gradual way. Think of it as sending a signal through your body that says, we're waking up now, slowly and safely. You're not rushing the process, you're guiding it. After that, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. Do this once or twice. Deep breathing helps calm your nervous system and provides a steady supply of oxygen to your heart and brain. It's a simple action, but it creates a sense of balance before you even sit up. Now, when you're ready, slowly push yourself into a seated position. And this step is important. Don't rush past it. Sit at the edge of your bed for another 20 to 30 seconds. Let your feet rest on the floor. Allow your body to adjust to this new position. This is where your circulation shifts again, and giving yourself this moment helps prevent that sudden drop or spike in blood pressure we talked about earlier. If you ever feel even the slightest bit lightheaded at this stage, that's your cue to pause a little longer. There's no need to push through it. Your body is simply asking for a bit more time. While you're sitting, you might gently roll your shoulders, stretch your neck, or take another calm breath. These small actions continue to support circulation and ease tension that may have built up overnight. Then when you feel steady and ready, stand up slowly. Not abruptly, not in a rush, but with control and awareness. Once you're standing, give yourself another brief moment before taking your first step. This allows your balance to settle and your body to fully orient itself. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds like a lot of steps, but when you actually do it, it flows naturally. It doesn't feel like a routine, it feels like a gentle awakening. And the entire process takes less time than checking your phone or turning off your alarm multiple times. What's important here is not perfection, it's consistency. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Over time, your body begins to expect this kind of gentle transition, and you may notice that you feel more stable, more alert, and even more at ease in the mornings. There's also something else that happens when you adopt this routine. You begin your day with intention. Instead of reacting to the day, you're stepping into it with awareness. You're sending a message to yourself that your health matters, that your heart deserves care, and that you're willing to take those small steps to protect it. And that mindset carries forward. You may find yourself making calmer decisions throughout the day, moving more mindfully, and paying closer attention to what your body needs. It's not just about those first 2 minutes, it's about how those 2 minutes shape everything that follows. And let me reassure you, this isn't about being overly cautious or fragile. It's about being wise. Your body has changed over the years, and that's not a weakness. It's simply a reason to adjust how you care for it. In fact, many people who adopt this kind of morning routine report fewer dizzy spells, better balance, and a greater sense of control over their movements. It's a small investment of time with a meaningful return. And perhaps most importantly, it gives your heart the respect it deserves. Your heart has worked for you every single day, through every stage of your life. It has carried you through challenges, celebrations, and everything in between. So giving it a calm, steady start each morning is one of the simplest ways to return that care. You don't need special equipment. You don't need a complicated plan. You just need a few quiet moments and a willingness to slow down just enough to let your body catch up with your day. Because how you rise in the morning can shape how your heart carries you through the hours ahead. Now that we've talked about how to wake your body gently and safely, let's take it one step further, because what you do in the minutes after you get out of bed can either support your heart or quietly place more strain on it. And the beautiful thing is, it doesn't require a complete lifestyle overhaul. It's the small, consistent habits that shape your mornings and ultimately your long-term health. Let's begin with something very simple yet incredibly powerful: hydration. After several hours of sleep, your body naturally becomes a bit dehydrated. You may not feel it immediately, but your blood volume is slightly reduced and your circulation isn't as smooth as it could be. This means your heart has to work a little harder to pump blood efficiently. So one of the kindest things you can do for your heart in the morning is to drink a glass of water, not ice cold, not rushed, but slowly at a comfortable temperature. This helps rehydrate your body, supports circulation, and gently reduces the thickness of your blood. It's like giving your system a soft restart after a long pause. You might even notice that you feel more alert, more awake, and more steady after just that one glass. Now, let's talk about your breathing. Many people don't realize how their breathing changes under stress or even during a rushed morning. It becomes shallow, quick, and uneven, and this can subtly increase your heart rate and blood pressure. Instead, try taking a few slow, deep breaths once you're up. Inhale gently through your nose, hold for a second, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. This simple act sends a calming signal to your nervous system. It tells your body that there is no emergency, no need to rush, no need to tense up, and your heart responds to that calm. Just 2 or 3 mindful breaths can create a noticeable shift in how you feel. Now, here's a habit that many people don't think about, but it has a real impact on your heart, especially in the morning. Avoid diving straight into stress. For some, that means turning on the news right away. For others, it's checking messages, emails, or social media the moment they wake up. And while it may seem harmless, this sudden exposure to information, especially negative or overwhelming content, can trigger a stress response almost instantly. Your heart rate increases, your blood pressure rises, your mind becomes alert in a tense, reactive way rather than a calm, focused one. Instead, give yourself a buffer. Even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes, allow your morning to begin quietly. Let your first thoughts be your own, not shaped by headlines or notifications. This doesn't just protect your emotional well-being, it protects your heart from unnecessary early strain. Another gentle but powerful habit is exposure to natural light. If you can, open a window, step outside, or simply sit near a source of sunlight. Morning light helps regulate your internal body clock, supports healthy hormone balance, and improves your overall sense of alertness without overstimulation. It's a natural way to wake up your system without relying on sudden jolts like loud alarms or immediate caffeine. And speaking of caffeine, this is another area where a little awareness goes a long way. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your morning tea or coffee, but try not to make it the very first thing you consume. Give your body a few minutes to wake up naturally, hydrate first, and allow your system to settle before introducing caffeine. This helps prevent sudden spikes in heart rate and allows for a smoother, more balanced start. Now let's bring this all together in a way that feels simple and doable. You wake up slowly. You sit up gently. You stand with awareness. Then you take a few moments to hydrate, breathe, and ease into your surroundings without rushing into stress. That's it. No complicated routines, no pressure to be perfect. Just a series of small, supportive actions that respect your body's natural rhythm. And over time, these habits begin to shape something deeper. They create a sense of control, not in a rigid way, but in a calm, confident way. You begin to feel more in tune with your body. You notice when something feels off. You respond earlier, more gently, more wisely. And that awareness is one of the most valuable tools you have when it comes to protecting your heart. Because health isn't built in one big moment, it's built in these quiet, consistent choices. Each morning becomes an opportunity to support your circulation, to reduce unnecessary strain, to begin your day with calm instead of chaos. And perhaps most importantly, it becomes a way of showing your self-care. Not because something is wrong, but because you understand that your body deserves that attention. So as you move through your mornings from now on, I want you to think of these habits not as tasks, but as a form of respect. A way of honoring your heart for everything it has done and everything it continues to do for you. Because when you take care of your mornings, you're quietly taking care of your future. So tomorrow morning, take those extra 30 seconds. Your heart will thank you for it. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel Dr. Zoe Patterson for more simple science-backed tips to help you live healthier and longer. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.